Hey guys, it's Alex from the Disciples here with third place Jonny Cope. Jonny Cope's MADOLCHE deck from the Disciples Invitational this past weekend. Hi Johnny,
Hey, how's it going?
I'm all good. So you chose to decide, well, you decided to play MADOLCHE. Why was this?
It's pretty much my favorite deck, as most people know, and I'm eager to try out the new support because
Yeah,
I haven't really play tested in proper matches with it yet. So
well, I read the Salon card, and I read half of Promenade, and that card seems also just like insane. Um, so I'm not surprised that you did so well.
yeah,
Um,
both cards are pretty bonkers.
yeah. If you just want to like talk about your deck a little bit, like the MADOLCHE monster lineup seems kind of standard. I don't really know. Um,
Yeah, so you have to play. Obviously, there's the first three: Angeli, Magdalene, and Petting Cesar are your nine sort of true starters that you have to play
yeah,
three of just for consistency. Like, you can't play any less than that. You play the one of the level five pudding sass because you need it for certain combos. You don't want to play any more. Um, like people were back and forth on Hoot Cake because it's sometimes a starter, but it depends if you got ways to put monsters in grave. Like Hoot Cake plus Twin Twisters plus a monster gets you into combo. But it's really situational to be fair.
Hoot Cake seems a lot better
So
as well with Salon now as well because you can like go like Angeli Tribute. Like if it gets hand traps, then you can just go like Salon normal summon Hoot Cake.
yeah, that's true. But
Um,
yeah, instead of playing three Hoot Cake, I played two Summoner Monk because I was playing a list before the new support with like a load of spells like Mystic Mine and three
no,
Summoner Monk just because it's technically a starter
yeah.
if you play enough spells. I didn't actually resolve it in the tournament.
Oh, that's
I don't know if the
unfortunate.
spell counts. I don't know. It's just because I don't think that nine starters is enough.
No, you definitely need
So
a
I
couple
just threw
more.
the extra two Summoner Monk in there because sometimes it can get into combo. But
Did you ever
uh,
find yourself bricking like without a starter card or
um, I think I was alright most of the time.
it's
I
really
think
good?
maybe I got lucky.
Maybe, who
I
knows?
may have bricked a couple of games, but I think one of the games I opened like Messenger Lato and four like going second cards, and then I drew into like a starter as my sixth card.
Oh, okay, that's pretty good.
I open Messenger Lato so much. So this is another thing that people have been discussing because some people are bumping Messenger Lato to three
Oh no.
because essentially with Magdalene you have if you want to get access to all four of the spells and traps, so Salon, Promenade, Chatto, and Ticket, you need to play three Messenger Lato just to get those from Magdalene. But I don't think it's worth playing the third because you just need to ensure you've got live cards in your hand, and you can get to a pretty similar board without the third. So
Yeah, and Troy Messenger also is definitely just like a brick card because it just doesn't do anything in your hand.
it's well, it used to be a Garnet, but it's less of a problem.
Oh, is
I
it?
mean, because Salon now tutors spells and traps, so
Yeah,
you have another way to get to them. So if you open one, you can still do quite a lot of stuff.
and I guess it's just
Whereas,
a MADOLCHE you can normal summon as well if need be. I don't know if that makes
yeah,
sense.
oh yeah, so that's another thing with Salon. If you open Salon and like two dead level fours, or say you're like Magdalene gets ashed and you have a Messenger Latte, you can at least make a teacher, and then trigger your Salon to get a trap or a ticket or something.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And then you played like 15 Ghost second cards. Um,
Yeah.
yeah. If you want to talk about that, I guess. I don't know. You,
So I don't know if like before the new support, you definitely had to go second because the deck just didn't really do anything going first. Now there's an argument for playing go first or go second, but the problem I have with going first is if you lose the die roll, the engine itself just doesn't play through anything.
yeah.
And I just assumed that most people would still want to go first anyway. So if I lose the die roll and go second, I still have a reasonable chance of winning. And we'll get onto the side deck, but as you can see, there's quite a lot of going first
Yeah,
cards
exactly. I
in
saw
there.
that. So wait,
Uh,
so did you decide to go second in the tournament, or did you go first but just like have a bunch of go second cards in case you lost the dice roll?
Game one, I just went second,
Yeah,
but then after siding, I side in the go first cards and go first.
yeah. Um, of course, you can't really play any monster like go second cards like Ash or Pancratops. Well, like Pancratops is like different, I guess, but like you can't play like hand traps, traditional hand traps, because it conflicts with petting cess, right?
Yeah, you can't like if you play go first, you can kind of get away with playing hand traps because there's a broken interaction with teacher and chateau. But yeah, if,
Yeah,
in a going second build, it conflicts with too many of your starters really. So you kind of just have to play. The only one you can consider playing is Gamma, but
because it just summons itself, I guess.
yeah, it
Um,
banishes itself. So
is there anything crazy in the extra deck here? Because I know you get locked into MADOLCHEs, right? So there's not much you can really like else you can make in the extra deck, I guess.
um, so I didn't make the unicorn or the Appaloosa, but in theory, the Appaloosa can come up turn 3 to try and play around Nibiru.
Fair play.
The unicorn's just I don't
Generic
know. It's
removal,
just
right?
in there because
Yeah,
sometimes it's useful. Um, the Xyz are kind of relevant, I guess, because now if you open Magellan and Salon, there's a 2-card combo where you can make rank 4
do petting stuff, I
before you
guess.
petting combo.
Yeah,
So then that's where like the Rafflesia comes in, and then there's the Gravedigger's Trap Hole in the side deck, which that allows you to play around hand traps and Nibiru and
yeah,
stuff.
that's really cool. And then Tornado Dragon and Abyss Dweller as well, just for generic utility, I guess.
Yeah, Tornado is also. I actually made it because I opened Scythe.
Yes, I remember
So
seeing
I
that.
made it pop my own Scythe. Also, in theory, if you've opened some sort of wacky hand like Magellan, Salon, Scythe, then you can just make your Tornado Dragon do MADOLCHE combo.
And then you
But
still get like Promenade, right? That's another piece of interruption.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Uh,
And I mean, it's just like sometimes you can just make it before to pop back row and stuff. So
yeah, that's
it's
true.
not bad.
And then you've got just like the 6 like rank 4 Madolches, I guess. Um, and then
Yeah.
only 2 chocolate modes. Do you need 3 or is 2 like playable?
No, you don't. You don't need 3 of any of them. To be fair, you can get away with 2 of all of them. But it's like salad. If you when with like 1 or 2 Stalio, you could get away with 1 Stalio, but
Yeah,
you had to play more
it,
cautiously. If you have the extra ones, you can be less cautious about your resources, I guess.
yeah, I get that. Would you have
And
considered?
there's nothing else you'd rather play.
Would you have considered a third chocolate mode just for like that reasoning? You just don't want to. You
You
just.
don't need to go into it that much, and I think you put it back in your combo.
Oh,
So
okay.
because you can keep on returning them all back, then it's not really an
Yeah,
issue.
that's true, I guess. Now talk about the side deck, I guess, because it's pretty interesting, I guess. I think. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know. I don't know where to start. You go.
So as I said, after deciding, I choose to go first because I think when you have the option to go first and you know you're going first for sure, you're generally winning. Just off the like, even if you don't draw any of your power, your board, even though it doesn't set up that many negates, it's kind of just 1 negate for any power cards your opponent might have,
And
like
then
evenly match or something, or like you can negate their draw spells and stuff, which is useful. And then you have the teacher, which is kind of a graveyard interrupt, and then you just have a big board that's really awkward to try and OTK through.
yeah,
And if they don't kill you, then and you keep like your Salon and your ticket, then you just have so many resources to come back and kill them next turn. So you just generally win off going first anyway.
yeah,
And then just played a number of obviously like broken traps to complement that, like Sanctum and Scythe for combo,
yep.
Duster for
The back row decks,
back row. Like you generally win the back row matchup anyway if you go first.
and then you're playing trap trick
And
to
then,
tutor both of those out, I guess, as well.
yeah, and then you play the second promenade because then you have two. Then you can trap trick for promenade as well, which is kind of
That's really neat.
so if you open like a starter and trap trick, and then your starter gets hand trapped, you can trap trick for promenade, and then promenade will add back your starter for next turn and negate something.
That's
So
pretty cool. I like that. Um, and also it means, I guess, if you're only playing the two messenger, you can like Salon get to like Ticket and Chateau instead of the Promenade, and then just like if you've already opened
yeah,
Sanctum,
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
guessing. But yeah,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
and
I mean,
then
yeah, you generally just get Sanctum off
yeah,
it
of
though,
course, of course.
like 'cause it's just broken.
It's broken. And then I'm assuming Lancia is also just like gives you extra utility for Sanctum. Um,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't know. I just threw these in
would you,
because I
you
thought,
did you ever think about playing
like,
Morale Attack as well, especially for this kind of tournament?
um, yeah. To be fair, I didn't really deck build that much with this tournament in mind. This is
Yeah,
kind of just me deck building in general. I kind of just threw this list together.
understandable.
Um, I don't know if Lancia's good against the current combo decks. I think it
Yeah, it
might
is.
be. I
It's
haven't
pretty
really
good.
looked
Yeah,
into it. That's probably why I was where the
why it's in
sort
there.
of yeah,
Uh,
because the only cards that you really don't really do anything about against the current combo decks is obviously Dark Riddler and Nibiru, but then Nibiru is questionable as well.
yeah, it's kind of
So
questionable. How was that for you over the tournament?
I don't think I saw it. I mean, I got Nibiru a couple of times, but
Did it hurt you a
I
lot
didn't see
or?
my own Nibiru. Yeah, I lost against Tom Barris because
Oh
he
no.
drew it, and my hand was weird, so I couldn't be ultra conservative. I think I just had to try and play into it and hope he didn't have it. I mean, maybe I could have been more conservative, but yeah, I got
Yeah.
blown out by it. But
Are there any like changes you'd make to the list after playing this tournament?
um, I'm pretty happy with the list actually. But I don't know. Maybe I don't know if I'm not sure about the monks, but I'm worried if I cut them, then
Haven't got
I'm
enough
limiting the
starters.
consistency of the deck. Yeah.
How?
Something else I consider as extravagance, but it's kind of it can be weird if you banish like two of the teacher or two of the
Tiramisu.
tiramisu and stuff like that. Like sometimes you can still play. I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, extravagance seems like good in theory, but if you just banish like one too many copies, it just becomes very awkward, right?
Yeah.
Um,
Also, it gives you less space to play because you have to obviously play three of all of them.
yeah, you
So
can't play like
you less
utility
space to play
cards.
other utility. Like you probably can still fit the trap tricks, but yeah.
Yeah. Um, how much damage is the OTK for this deck? Is it like over 9k or not?
I think it depends. Magdalene will be. This is the cool thing about the new support as well, because Angeli's now does what Magdalene did before. So Angeli's now, I think, over 8k and shuffle 4,
That's pretty insane.
which it wasn't before. So now you have like
Six.
nine cards to do that. But you're often not OTKing if you're going second, just because you're playing like Dark unevenly, and you
Yeah, that's
need
true.
those to rely on those cards to break your opponent's board.
Is there like any reason you're not playing Upstart then?
Um, no, I mean I could probably play it, but I don't know what I drop for it.
Well, that's if you change to Summon Monks, I guess, right?
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, yeah.
okay. How did you find the event in general then?
Yeah, the event was good. Like it went on for longer than I expected it to, but I guess I didn't expect to be playing
I think,
so many rounds myself as well. So
yeah, I think it went on like longer than we all expected, to be honest. Like,
I think it started a bit late as well. So
yeah, OBS died on me. Yeah, I thought it was gonna be done by like 6, 7ish, but oh well, it's what it
it
is.
was well done though. It was all quite chill. Everyone was in good spirits and stuff.
I've
So yeah, it was good.
just how the UK community is, I think. Um, have you got any shout outs or anything like that?
I guess just shout out my team and just shout out for you guys for putting it on. I guess.
I appreciate that. Uh, um, anyway, guys, that was a third place MADOLCHE deck profile. Thank you for watching. I'll leave Team Shift's links in the description, and if you could like subscribe and stuff, and follow all of our social media links in the description, that'd be appreciated. And yeah, thanks for watching.